What's up? So, last night I was looking at my phone, fucking off as usual, and I came across a little Snapchat short story film, whatever it was. It was like a little documentary interview thing about a sprinter named Gout Gout. If you don't know who Gout Gout is, I believe he's 17 or 18 years old right now, and he is a sprinter, I believe from Australia. I was learning last night from my thing. And this dude is ridiculously fast. He's like coming up on Usain Bolt times, and he is super young. And I was kind of watching this interview, and something that I heard him say was that he doesn't want to be Usain Bolt. He wants to be Gout Gout. He wants to be, like, super funny name, but he doesn't want to be the next whoever else, the next Usain Bolt, the next Gatlin, the next whoever else. He wants to be him. He wants to make his own story, and he wants to just be the best version of himself. He doesn't want to emulate somebody else. And I was thinking about that, and I was kind of thinking about how people are limitless, and they can kind of do whatever, and you don't really have to try to copy exactly what one person does and follow that to a T, because you're a different person. You have a different set of steps that are going to work for you better than for somebody else. So if I start doing the same training regimen that Usain Bolt does, or Gout Gout, or anybody else, I'll probably get faster, but it's not going to work 100% for me. We're built differently. Both Gout Gout and Usain Bolt are like 6'5". They're ridiculously tall. I'm like 5'9". Their legs are super long. Their running strategy is completely different. It would be something closer to like Su Bintang or whoever. I don't know. He's a Chinese sprinter. Super fast. But basically my point is that what works for other people is not going to work 100% for you. And that's something that I was kind of stewing over, because I've been ridiculously busy, and I have a super packed schedule. Like, take a look at this. This is my calendar. So like sleep, morning routine, work 10 hours, go to the gym, eat some dinner, work on my business some more, and then go to bed, right? That is so ridiculously packed. And, oh my God. And I'm kind of figuring out that this setup and this strategy of like packing my day as full as possible, it's rough. I miss it a lot. Are you serious? I charged this for so long. Stay. There we go. What was I even saying? But yeah, this strategy of like trying to put everything in and trying to brute force my way through everything is not necessarily a strategy that aligns best with me. I think what I was wanting to do is just put in all the most important things that I need to be doing and need to be successful. But that's not what works exactly 100% for Grant Gober, dude. Like, I can get stuff done. It's just, I think I want it to be kind of more on my own terms rather than what the schedule says. And there is something to say about having a schedule and being disciplined and following through even when you don't want to, because the schedule says so. And I feel like that's a really good discipline builder, is following something like that. But at the same time, I don't think that's how I work and how I want to live my life. I don't want to live by the schedule. I want to be able to do what I think is right and what I think needs to be done at this certain time, whatever it may be. And so that kind of caused a little bit of an identity, not a crisis, but just kind of like a roadblock, because I'm constantly finding myself in this position where I want to do something, and then I decide that, oh, maybe I'm not the type of person that can handle that sort of deal. Like, maybe I'm not the type of person that can work all this stuff. And I know I can, because I've done it a couple times and it sucks, but I can do it. And that's a really strong thing that you have to be very wary about, is your identity. Identities are extremely powerful. People will defend ideas even if they know they're wrong, because it aligns with their identity. Like, people will not, even if they find out new information which directly disagrees with their ideals that they have, they won't switch up and say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm wrong, because that goes against their identity that they built. And something I want to stop doing is negatively identifying myself as like a person who can't do things. And I think it's important to have an identity that's up here. And I invite you to be a little bit delusional as well. And what I mean by that is, if you take a look at a bunch of celebrities and successful people and sports stars, whoever it may be, a lot of them aren't that smart. There's a lot of them who aren't super tuned in and like know exactly what they need to be doing. But they all have this one unshakable belief, which is that this is my identity, this is the person that I am, and that's what keeps them there, and that's what got them there, is being delusional enough to believe I can be this person and I will be this person, and that's how they got to that point. So I think it's important to try a new identity and basically put yourself and say, hey, I'm at this point. Even if you know you're not, and you're going to be lying to yourself for a little bit, but the more evidence you can stack in favor of this new persona, this new identity that you have, the closer it is to actually becoming reality. Because if you're doing all the things that this top-notch person would do and does every single day, what's to say you're not that person? You basically are. I don't even know what I'm doing. But yeah, you kind of get my point. I think you should be a little bit delusional and believe that you are a limitless person and you can do anything you really feel like. There's kind of no limits to what you can accomplish. And that sounds super cliche, but it is true, as long as you identify yourself as a person who can do those things. And this is something I'm trying to work through right now. So this is why I'm sharing it with you guys. I love sharing the steps along the way of like where I'm coming from, where I'm at, what my current thoughts are, because you don't get to see that with a lot of the other people who make it up and are super successful. Is you don't see all the struggle and the growth and like the stuff that's in between. Because if you're watching this in your similar position where you're like, I am down here, I want to get up here, what's the gap? This is what this is supposed to be. So I apologize if a lot of this stuff ends up not being true or doesn't make sense, but this is what I'm figuring out along the way. And something that I think is maybe a good idea is trying to constantly build a new persona around yourself, a new identity, a new idea of who you are as a person, and just faking it till you make it sort of deal. Not really, but just building more evidence towards saying, yes, I am this person. I can do hard things. I can fit together all these items or steps, whatever it may be, that I don't think I was capable of at one point. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking. But that's kind of, oh shit. That's kind of where we're at. We got work today for a little bit. It's like a short day. I think we only got like 8 hours or so. So try and get some work done, and then we're gonna come home and work on the business after going to the gym. It's gonna be super packed and super busy, but I'm the type of person that can handle that sort of shit, even if I wasn't yesterday. So we're building, working towards it. Yeah, that's kind of all I really had. I'd like to kind of get a better idea of what I want to post on here. And oh wait, no, this is going on the second channel. I want to get a better idea of how to fit in YouTube as well into my whole schedule thing, because I want to do on the main channel as well. I want to put stuff on there. and I haven't been for a little bit. It's just all been going on the second, but this is better than nothing. So that's kind of where we're at. Thank you for listening. If you have, figuring our shit out along the way. Have a good rest of your day.